feel that way or behave this other way. And I've stopped trying to change them. What I try to do is offer a way of looking at the world that maybe they'll take, maybe they won't. Maybe as an educator, it's my job to make this as tasty as possible so that, hey, that's a good idea. I never thought about it that way. But otherwise, I just gave a presentation to a Christian school, K through 12. I talked about optics. And at the end, there was open Q&A, and they were 11th graders, and they started grilling me on science versus the Bible. And I said, I'm not here to stop you from being religious at all. Okay, we live in a country that protects your freedom to be religious, and you're in a private school. So the government is not going to come after you and say you have to get this out of the public coffers. I made that clear, but I didn't have the urge to try to convert them. And I get the sense that you've had this urge your entire life to convert people with no less zeal than a religious person, a religious evangelical religious person would have trying to convert people who are not that. Did I tell you? I didn't tell you this. We have a Big Bang Theater here.
Yes.
And back when we first opened here at the Hayden Planetarium, there's a separate theater space where we just talked about the Big Bang. Someone came out of the Big Bang, saw me and says, how come you didn't mention God in there? And then I realized, okay, what am I going to do? I say, how about this? Why don't you go to our Hall of Human Evolution and then come back here? And when I tell them to do that, they never come back because that's way more offensive to them, having monkeys and humans hold hands in the dioramas than anything we could ever say in the Big Bang here.
I thought they'd rather like the Big Bang. I mean, the Big Bang sounds pretty much like Genesis.
It's a creation event. Yeah. Yes. Maybe that's why they thought we should have mentioned God and didn't. But I don't even have the conversation. I just send them over to your part of the museum.
Yes. But I think you're being too pusillanimous. You shouldn't duck the question.
Well, I don't duck it so much as sometimes I don't have the energy.
Oh, that's different. I get that too.
You feel that?
I understand that. But in my field, that really is an absolute opposition. It's not something you
complete. Although the Catholic Church, they've met you in the middle.
Yeah, they have.
They said, we have this branch of primates, and then God breathed the soul into them, and they're humans, allowing evolution all up to that point.
Yeah.
That's you got to give them some. You got to
not a step, not a.